Welcome to Living with Grandpa John. Today we went and dug some razor clams. And I've had a couple of people ask me, how do you clean your razor clams? So there's dozens of ways of doing it, but there's two main ways that most people do them and the ways that I do them. Okay. The first one is I'm going to drain the water out a little bit. All right. And this is the Pacific Northwest razor clam, about average size. And you take a sharp knife and you run along the inside of the shell. And you basically cut the abductor muscle that's right against the shell. And you go down this side all the way to the end. Then you go over and then you go to the other side. And you cut the other muscle, abductor muscle, all the way down to the end. Okay. And yes, you want your clams alive when you process them, because just like other shellfish, like your shrimp and your crabs and your oysters and stuff, once they die, the toxins become basically really fast. They become toxic. That's why they always tell you to make sure you keep them alive until just before you're going to cook them or process them. And mine, I'm going to clean them up and then I'm going to freeze them in a vacuum bag. There's the shell off, and then you take a pair of scissors and you cut. Looks like a zipper that goes on here, and you go up that zipper all the way, without making too much of a mess, and you open it up, and there's a second hole. This is the neck, and this is the siphon. This is where they squirt the thing. So then you remove the dark brown parts of the siphon. You don't want to eat that. And then you go here and you take and snip. Basically, you remove all the stuff that's brown. So I use my fingers and, of course, the scissors. And there we go. So that, of course, I'm going to take it over to the sink and rinse it off, because there's still a little bit of slime on it. And here's all the guts, and here's the foot. So what I do is you cut straight across the foot like that, and that's all garbage. Then you take the foot and you push all, this is basically vegetation, like seaweed and stuff like that, and you squeeze all that out, and that's it. This is what you're going to take. Now I'm going to go rinse it off. Now it's all cleaned. Now, most people do this is like if they're on the beach, where you don't have access to flame. And the second method that we're going to do is we're going to boil some water. We're going to take one of the clams and we're going to put it in the water, just like this. And you're going to Watch and see how it just popped open. That's what you do. You do that until it pops open. Then you take it out. And take it out and you put it in some cold water. And I'll bring that over here so we can clean this one. And it's basically, up to that point, it's the same process, but the difference is that now that this just pops off. You don't have to cut it. And all of the brown stuff basically just slides off. So most of the people I know, this is how they clean theirs. Is they stick them in the hot water and then stick them in the cold water and then do the same thing. You cut the little brown parts off of there, go up the zipper. I don't know what it is called, but I know this is the siphon. And it had a little bit of sand in that one. So wash the sand out of it. Go up the second side. Clean that out. Go in there and take all the brown stuff off. Now there's a lot of people, this is the only part they'll keep is the I'm not sure what part of this clam this is, but this is the siphon and this is the body of the clam. And they keep this and then they throw this away, which they should. I mean, there's a lot of meat still on this. And if you're going to do like clam chowder or clam fritters, this works just fine. You got to take all the gut stuff off, and do the exact same thing you did with the other ones. You cut that part off. You squeeze out all the little brown stuff, so you're left with just a clean foot. And this one has a little bit of sand right there, so you get that sand off. There you go. That's the two main ways to clean them. Now, of course, the hot water does it a lot faster than the old-fashioned way. That you do that if you don't have boiling water available. So I'm going to clean the rest of these. I got a full limit of 15. So, all right. Thank you for watching.